than the minimum number of voting delegates have been validated to participate. Well, the ANC's elective conference is taking place at the University of Zululand in KwaZulu-Natal. Let's go to our reporter Ayanda Mhlongo, who's there. Very good afternoon to you, Ayanda. We spoke to you a little bit earlier on, and this conference was supposed to have started at 3 o'clock. And at that stage, all they had to deal with was just registering the delegates. But another element has come into the story.
Yeah, very good afternoon to you, Peter. Certainly, everybody here seems to be on edge now, awaiting that decision by the Pietermaritzburg High Court on whether or not it will rule in favor of the applicants who want to stop this conference from going ahead, or whether or not it will rule in favor of the respondents and allow the conference to proceed. At the moment, Peter, I am inside the venue and everything is ready and prepared. They just now awaiting those delegates to make their way here into the venue. We also do understand that while most of the delegates, or a large number of the delegates, have registered, there are still others that are still at registration. And as we said earlier on, Peter, when we were discussing that, the process is quite tedious, very meticulous, but the ANC has that they want to ensure that those people that have been elected by their various branches that are on the list are in fact those that are given accreditation. So they're going through it very, very slowly, individual by individual, checking identity documents as well as documents that have been required from the delegates, from those that have been qualified to participate in this conference. So at the moment, Peter, it's just a waiting game, one can say. We are here, very few people. There is a very, very heavy police presence. We are seeing some of the leaders of the PTT, see Nomusa Dube, Mike Mabiakulu, the convener of the PTT in KwaZulu-Natal. He is here, but no indication from them as yet what is going to be happening. They're saying that themselves, they're now waiting to find out what the outcome of the Pietermaritzburg High Court will be. So basically, Peter, we're just sitting and waiting now. As we understand that the parties are arguing the applicants in court at the moment. Their representative rather has concluded his argument. It's now the respondents, and so basically it's just a waiting game and for the decision on whether or not these delegates will continue or whether they'll be sent home.
All right, remind us again, if you can, what is the main bone of contention that these delegates, these branches from the Moses Mabhida region are most unhappy about?
Peter, the Moses Mabhida region has raised issues or concerns before to say that there are 88 branches in that region, 44 of which we were told lodged objections. And they told us that they felt that the objections that they lodged had not been dealt with sufficiently, that there was still a number of queries outstanding, and therefore they felt that it was unfair that the conference continue without those branches who some of them felt should have in fact qualified for this conference. There is also the question about those that indeed did qualify, that received the that qualified, that received the audits and were able to participate. Some arguing that those were not the real branch members, that those BGMs were ghost BGMs that were held in different venues. So there are a number of reasons that they gave, but they're questioning the legitimacy of those BGMs that were held, that chose the delegates that were going to be part of this conference. And what they said was that they do not want the branches from the Moses Mabhida region to participate in this conference. The question now, Peter, that we are asking and we're waiting to find out is, if Moses Mabhida, for example, is excluded from this conference, what then will happen in terms of numbers? KZN, ANC have said that they've reached the threshold, but of course it depends on the numbers of delegates that are participating. The Moses Mabhida region is the third largest region in KwaZulu-Natal, and so it carries quite a number of delegates that are going to be part of this conference. If you, in fact, remove them, will they still be able to meet that threshold? Because if they don't meet that threshold, the understanding is that that conference then cannot proceed. So we're really now just waiting to find out from the court what the decision will be, Peter.
All right, Ayanda, we'll catch up with you again a little bit later on. That's our reporter on the ground there, ahead of the ANC's KwaZulu-Natal elective conference, which is due to start. If it does, pending that, of course, late challenge by disgruntled members of the ANC, Moses Mabhida region, we're told, delegates, their branches there saying that this conference shouldn't go ahead. And this is further heightening, I guess, the already challenging issues that are on the table for them. There's going to be, of course, this keenly fought leadership race in this province that's going to be taking place over the weekend. And this amid tensions that have been heightened with the killings, political killings that we've seen in recent times in that province. But we'll keep abreast of that story for you. In the meantime,